Have you ever felt like a wet rag that has been wrung out? Or maybe like soil that is parched and just desperate for water? I've kind of been feeling like that a lot recently. So let's head to the garden and talk about it. I brought the tripod this time. Hopefully we don't have any more instances like last week. So we're gonna use this puppy. Hey friends, my name is Keim, and to be honest, I'm still trying to figure out what my channel is all about. But here's what I'm thinking right now. Basically here on this channel, I want it to be all about personal growth and using my garden as a place of reflection and introspection. My personal goal is to always be growing and maturing and becoming the best version of myself, and I want to invite you guys to come along that journey with me. Before we get into our chat, let me show you a little bit around the garden, what's happening. It's pretty exciting. Here we got our peas. Have made it to attach to the trellis. It's pretty cool. Every year I say I will plant them a little closer to the trellis, and every year I try, but they still takes a little bit before they reach. Here's the other side. They're doing good. None of them have quite made it over to the trellis just yet. Here's some radishes that are popping through. Got some spinach back there. Got lettuce, carrots, radishes, more lettuce, more spinach. These radishes here are about ready to thin out. And I've heard you can eat these radish greens, so we might try some of that. Got some herbs here. Some variegated sage. My thyme. Some cilantro. Strawberries have a ton of blooms on them. See, these are just some. Some of them have already dropped off, but tons of blooms on the strawberries. This trellis, I can't get it to stay up for some reason this year. So I'm gonna have to keep fighting with that. I've tried several things. Figure that out. Here we got some cabbages. I think I might have got these out a little early. We just had a very late frost. Cabbages should be frost hardy, but these are little tiny sprouts, so I'm not sure how well they're gonna do. We'll see, but I'll show them to you anyways. Some of the cabbages there. Okay, see, this one here does not quite look as good. That one looks all right. The purple ones, they seem a little floppy to me. See? This one here, I just don't know. This one lost some of its leaves. I think I just got them out too soon. Alright, here we got some more peas. I have not seen my radishes pop up that I planted here. Oh, I spoke too soon. You see that little guy right there? It's a radish. Yep, there they are. They are popping up. Okay, and that's my second set of peas there. The peas are doing good here. And then got some radishes popping up. I'm excited for those. Sunflowers back there on the other side of the trellis. I did plant my big sunflowers, but I don't think they'll pop up because it's been so cold. So some of the potatoes have started popping through the soil right here. Can you guys see that? There's one that's popping through. This one's popping through. I see another green leaf down there. The ones on the other side are popping through. Check out my fancy dancy trellis I made out of an old crib. Think about doing something with these too. We'll see what I can figure out. Wanted to show you the asparagus right here. Got a couple more years on that before we get to enjoy it, but it's growing. That's good. And then here's my other set of peas. I had a couple, I think, that didn't germinate. Got some gaps here and here. So that's okay. Well, who knows? They might still be popping up. There's one. Yeah, we'll see. I did do radishes here. Another succession of radishes. I'm not seeing any. There is a little bit of a crack. Sometimes that's an indicator they're about to pop up, but it's not all the way through, so I don't think they're coming up just yet. Wait. Oh, there's some, I think. Cool. Okay, here's the other peas over here. These I did get a little closer to the trellis. Again, no radishes over here just yet. But that's a good thing because we'll have that succession. We'll have, you know, some we can eat, then we'll have some more we can eat later on. If you missed that video on succession planning, you can check it out, but it's a great way to where you don't get a whole bunch of a harvest of something right away and not be able to eat it and consume it all. So you kind of can plant, you know, different weeks from times. I talk about it in the video, go check it out. But it's a good way to kind of keep the same produce going throughout the season as much as you can. Right now in my life, I'm in a season of pouring out with very, very little harvest. You know, having a newborn at home, it's a lot of give, 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 give. You know, you parents know what I'm talking about. A little bit of sleep, high demand, all of that good stuff. Plus, when you add other kids to the mix, it's even more of a demand. Now, the garden is in that season too. You know, it's that time where you're planting, you're sowing, you're sowing, you're sowing, and things are growing, starting to. You know, it's still a little cold here at times, but you're not having any fruit yet. At least in my area, there's no fruit yet. There's no harvest. I haven't pulled anything out to really eat other than a couple herbs, which is awesome. But it can be hard during that time of working so hard and not seeing very little results, I guess you could say. And right now I feel like I'm in that season with my family, taking care of my kids and just kind of feeling drained and just like I've poured everything out. And I kind of wanted to talk about that today with you guys because I'm sure some of you might be in the same situation where you're just feeling like you've given, and there's not a whole lot left to give. Now, there's a lot of different tips we could talk about this, like about self-care and, you know, all this other things about how not to be burned out and stuff, which is all good, but I wanted to focus on one specific area that is what I've been trying to remind myself of recently, and that's my perspective. You know, I've been focusing too much on the what instead of the why. And I think if we focus on the task and the what's at hand and what we need to do, and or even what we're being kept from, or what we can't do, or what, all the what's, it can suck the life out of us. It can suck that energy just straight out of us, and we can be like that parched dirt, that parched soil, that rag that's been wrung out until it's empty and dry. But if we focus on the why we're doing the things we're doing, why we're sacrificing, the why this, why that, it can energize us and fuel us. For instance, going back to the example of the garden, you know, if I focus on the why, you know, and what is to come, you know, I've got these peas that I've planted, and right now I haven't gotten any peas from them, but I'm planting them because my why is because I will reap a harvest of peas later on. I will get to enjoy them, and yes, it's hard work, but the reward is so good that it's worth it. And the same thing can be true about like raising kids, and obviously, but raising kids and stuff. I think sometimes our minds get only focused on the here and now, and we sometimes forget about what's to come. Washing bottles, changing diapers, doing all this stuff like that, it can feel mundane and tiresome, but the why of why I'm doing that is to create a healthy, stable, growing environment for my kids, to provide the things they need, to show them love and kindness and compassion. And when we focus on the why, it reminds us the good that is to come. It reminds us too that this is just a season, it's just a period, it's just a time. And so that's what I've been trying to do, is change my perspective and also remind myself that it's not forever. You know, there's a video that I recorded, I think it's been 2 years ago now. It talks about balance. It's called Why I'm Not Pursuing Balance This Year. And in that video I talk about how sometimes choosing balance isn't always the loving thing, because there are going to be seasons and times of hustle. There are going to be times of weariness and pushing in, just like with a newborn. You know, you have to wake up in the middle of the night and feed your newborn if they're hungry. You know, it would be unloving to not do that, and that is wearisome, and it can get tiring, but it's only short. It's a very small, short season. And we have to remember the why of we're doing that. So that's my encouragement to you guys today, is kind of think about your why, and even maybe change your whys, because sometimes I think we can get in the mindset of I have to do this, and that have to mindset can feel very restricting and draining and life-sucking as well. You know, I have to cook dinner for my family, I have to mow the lawn, I have to do laundry, instead of I get to. You know, Lord, thank you for this yard that I get to mow when so many people don't. Thank you for this washing machine to do my laundry. Thank you that I have clothes to wear that need to be washed. You know, thank you that my kids are provided for and have the clothes that they need, or a yard to play in, or milk to drink, things like that. It's just about changing our perspective. And I know you guys have heard all this, you know all this, I know all this, but it's just a good reminder just to think about the why and focus on the why more than the what. That's all for today. I'm Crystal Keim, your growing gardener, emphasis on the growing. Thanks for joining me today. Please, please, please comment down below. I want to know what's going on with you guys. What are some of the struggles that you are going through and facing? How are things working out for you? What are you growing in? Or, you know, more on this topic. Or have you been focusing on the what more than the why? Just share some comments down below, whether it's here on YouTube or Facebook. I'd love to start up a conversation with you. Until next time, continue growing through the struggles and successes, the memories and the messes, and let's grow something beautiful together. All right, bye guys. It's a little windy. There's an airplane flying above head. The neighbors were out here earlier. I'm always a little nervous to record stuff in front of the neighbors. Airplane, airplane. Maybe I should wait. Wait. It's just getting more windy and more windy and more windy and more windy. I feel a big booger inside my nose. Does it show up on camera? I feel like nostrils of death. My friend, Epic Kate. Nostrils of death. Her boogers.